I don't plan to go out and shoot. I just take my camera with me, and if something attracts my attention, I'll take a picture of it. And I may engage with it a little bit more, taking it, from different angles or whatever, but there's so much I can do in post-production. I don't worry too much about getting everything in a shot. I'm more like a hunter when I'm out with my photos. I'm collecting data. Because when I take a picture of something, I'm capturing a specific object or moment. But then when I create a new piece, I'm extracting these pixels. And I like to think of them as sort of digital DNA. Because they carry with them a source from their origin, but I'm using them in a brand new way to create something new. My background's in printmaking, and lithography and being in the printmaking studio is all about working with your hands and your muscles. You have to grind on the stone and you mix ink, and it's a physical process. It's given me sort of a background in thinking about prints, but working digitally, you can move forwards, you can move backwards. I can try out a lot of ideas really quickly, and as a printmaker, I'm accustomed to layering one image on top of the other to slowly build up the composition. And basically what I've done is taken that process and moved it digitally. I start by scanning my photos in Lightroom and just looking for something that's going to pique my curiosity or something that I'm interested in. And I zero in on that photo, isolate something that I like in it, and then extract it and use it to start building a new file. And layer by layer, I build up the image. When it's all finished, I print it out onto either watercolor paper or a canvas. And at that point, I make a decision whether or not I'd like to continue working on the piece, because it's a world away from the kind of experience that a printmaker has in the studio. And I think in some ways that's why I like to go back and paint on some of my prints, because then it gets me back into the tactility of the piece and working with paint and connecting once again to the piece in a manual way. I do work purposely at creating what I would consider a beautiful surface, something texturally intriguing, and I try to impart that kind of joyfulness into the art. I think creating is part of living. Hopefully every day is a creative day. If you're innovative or curious at all, it's definitely an area to explore because it's so at hand. Everyone has a camera now. They like to say your best camera is the one that's with you. It doesn't have to stop with just the photo that you're taking. Just use it as a stepping stone into a larger piece, because everything is just a reflection of where you are and what you're experiencing.